Hello, YouTube. It's Silver Age Dave. Today is a odd day. It is a Saturday, and I've got so much to share. Really overwhelming, beautiful pair of hauls. We'll call it a twofer. Friday had a great surprise. Saturday, great surprise, and it's just too good, so I've got to share it. I don't know. I don't do a lot of weekend live streams. So I'm not sure who all is going to be in here joining me, but if nothing else, you can catch it on the rewind, and it will hopefully be just as exciting on the rewind as it was for me in person, live, and that all makes it very, very exciting. So let me, hey, looks like we got a couple people in here. We've got Linkovich. Nice to see you, buddy. Thank you so much. Funk Comics, Slim Comics, and more. Thank you so much. It's a beautiful morning. I'll tell you what. Yesterday, I haven't run since my 24-hour race. Yesterday, I took the day off. I went out to the woods, oak openings. I thought, I'll go run 16 miles and just nice and easy. Ended up being 10 miles was just enough, and had a blast out there in the woods. But I got to about the 5 mile mark, and I thought, you know what? I'm not here to impress anyone. I'm just going to run until I don't feel like running. So I called it at 10 miles. So great when that happens. Let me say hello to the comic collector, James Higgins, in here. Nice to see you. What's up, my friend? Heroes to Icons. I've been seeing a lot of Heroes to Icons. Did a great late night live stream the other night. Just a blast. Talented artist and YouTuber. If you're not subbed, great, great guy. I'm a big fan. Heroes. Living Room Con is in here. Sean Gray. Look at this list of superstars. Thank you so much, guys. So let me do this. All of this came in with no warning. This stack of comics here, when I decided to stop running yesterday, I had an extra hour to kill, and so I meandered my way home from oak openings, and I happened upon two garage sales and picked up a couple cool things at the first garage sale. The second garage sale was just crazy, and I was chatting a little bit with Alan Garrett about this from After Comics, one of my favorite guys. I woke up bright and early this morning and bangs out 5 miles. Good for you, James. Congratulations. It just makes the day better when you can get off to a good fresh start. I was chainsawing up some trees this morning, and then this happened. So I'm on my way home, hit one garage sale. I was like, that's okay. Picked up a couple cool things. Hit another garage sale very close to home. And it was this guy who was very, very overpriced on a lot of antiques. He looked like a guy that goes to estate sales, had a good eye for antiques. Not necessarily my thing or Mrs. Silver Age Dave's thing, but everything was so high priced. And I thought, nothing here really caught my eye. No superhero stuff, no comics, no nothing. So I'm walking out, I'm leaving. And one of my old hunting tricks I used to use all the time, still do mostly, before I leave any garage sale, I always ask, you got any comic books or superhero stuff? And I asked that just thinking, not a chance. Not with what this guy's got out. He said, yeah, I've got a box of comics. Let me go grab them. And he comes out with these, which he didn't even have in the box. He just pulled them out. They're bagged and boarded in different stages, but I thought I'd share these with you. We settled on $17 for this stack of comics. There's with any time you buy a collection or you buy comics at a garage sale, you're going to have the good, the bad, and the ugly. And this certainly is going to fall into that category. Well, I get home and didn't even have time to go through this. I put them in a running shoebox I happen to have in the car. I bought some new running shoes a couple days ago. Well, I had the box in the car, and so I put the comics in there. As you can see, they fit perfectly like it was meant to be, and got them home. And that was like around maybe 2 o'clock, right? And it was probably 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock last night before I actually had time to open the box and look and see what I actually bought. And I was pretty happy with it. So $15 or $17 was spent here. Then last night, probably shortly after dinner time, I got a call out of the blue from a guy named Joe, and Joe says, "Hey, I got some comics. I've been trying to sell them." He talked to a couple of the local stores and didn't really like the numbers, and so he didn't sell them to them. And he was going to have a garage sale, but he heard about me and he thought he'd give me a pass at them. So this stack, which are these boxes, he was going to put them in his garage sale. These boxes house these comics. This we settled on $60. He said he was offered $60 by one of the stores. He said, if you do 60, you can have them all. And I said, that's great. After going through them, I think you'll be excited. So I want to check in here. I see Matt is in the house. Thank you so much, Matt. Nice to see you. 16 people. Thank you so much. So if you haven't noticed, I'm high energy. When my day ends with this and a potential for comics, I get a beautiful night's sleep. And then I wake up this morning, I chainsawed up some trees I've been holding off on, just trimming. You got to maintain your trees. Otherwise, you end up with a lot of junk and trouble later on. So I'm chainsawing all morning. I got this new electric chainsaw I love. And just got that mess cleaned up. And Joe called me again because he called me last night. I said, hey, let's get together tomorrow morning. 11:15 rolls around. He didn't hear from me. He called me back and said, hey, earlier the better, Dave. When do you want to do this? And I said, hey, how about 15 minutes? I'll meet you. And so we ended up meeting. $60 later, these are mine. Exciting? Yes. Absolutely love when this happens. So I've got a total expenditure here of $77. Let us get on to what we're here for, which is looking at comic books, right? So I see Ruben in here. Nice to see you, Ruben. Ruben was in the Heroes to Icons chat the other night, live stream. Nice to see you again, Ruben. And we got Ben Comden, always a great sight to see. Nice to see you, Ben. So this is the $17 set of comics, okay? This first group is a bunch of Thing comics. These were just put in together. And I think, a full run of Thing, but I don't mind some extras as readers. We've got number 5. Not a whole lot to see here. I don't know if She-Hulk cover appearances will ever turn into anything, but that's not why I'm buying these. I'm buying them because I love comic books. There's number 18. We have number 8. Okay. And I know there are some Ben Grimm fans out there. I know the great Legend is a big Ben Grimm fan, and I must admit I kind of like Ben Grimm. I don't necessarily identify with him, but a smart guy, great superhero, and so I like seeing these when these come through. Here we've got number 6, and here we've got number 7. So I don't know. I think to sub someone else up nowadays in the modern YouTube, I think you have to type their name in and then go to their channel. But hopefully you guys are subbed to each other or subbing each other up. A lot of great people in here. Everybody loves Gav. Nice seeing you. Maybe it's Gavin from Ireland. Nice seeing you. Nice of you to join us this morning. This I'm going to talk about later, okay? So we'll get back to that. We've got a Fantastic Four number 259. We've got 279, okay? And keep in mind, I don't know how many are in here. For 17 bucks, I'm picturing it as being like 20 cents a comic or so, somewhere in that ballpark. This is number 296 with this great wrap that Marvel had done for a little time. That was a 25th anniversary deal. Really, really cool. It's a giant size book, $1.50 cover price. But it's, I don't know if I call it a square bound, but it's pretty thick. Okay, so cool. And actually, I was telling one of my sons, I like the back cover to this more than I like the front cover. But that's okay. Happy to have it. Put that there. We have Ultraverse, Nightman. Okay, number one. And that one's in real nice shape. You know, some of these are bagged and boarded, some aren't. We've got a little Spider-Man group here. I'll pull these out of the bag. Now, these old bags, a lot of people say, oh, that's garbage, but I don't say that. I've got my friend Brad who owns Flotsam here in it's Perrysburg, Ohio, and he reuses this stuff. He'll put comics into these. So I always have a box going that's going to head to him when I get about 100 or 200 of these. I drop them off for him, and then he always takes care of me on other stuff. I'll go through his dollar bins, and he'll give me like, you know, 10 for $6 or something like that. So, you know, what comes around goes around. I always feel like I'm helping the environment a little when that happens. And we have the Pie Face 667. We have Azkaban. Nice to see Azkaban. Fantastic Four, we love them. It is Gavin. One of my former best friends and college roommates was named Gavin. I've always loved that name. I think it's a great name. And I would have had a son named Gavin, but my friend Gavin made some poor choices. And so my wife didn't feel like Gavin was actually in my wedding. I still love the guy. But he made some bad choices. My wife said, I don't think we want to have a son named Gavin. Isn't that funny? But I love the name. He was a great guy. He was a high school quarterback, great athlete, and just lived a fast life for a while when I was living a fast life. And I grew up, and I don't think Gavin did. But I love the name. Long story for saying I love the name Gavin. We've got this Web of Spider-Man 117 fantastic flip book. Okay, and then you've got that. So, you know, can't have too many of those. This is beat to heck. That's going to go into the kids' reader pile. In fact, I'm going to separate some of these off right now. We've got a beat to heck 365. Okay, and that's a neat issue. Nice to have because of that, which is a beautiful poster. And this is also going to go into the kids' pile. And my guess is this poster is going to find its way onto the wall in one of the rooms at some point. So, you know, at $17, I'm already feeling the love here. And if that wasn't good enough, now we have a promotional issue, which I love. National Engineers Week, under a grant from IBM Corporation, and produced in cooperation, National Action Council for Minorities in Engineering Incorporated, NACME. And it's nice promotional, so that'll go into my promotional box. Love seeing these when they come around. Usually I buy them for $1. This one, just love seeing that. So that'll get bagged and boarded and put away. Here's another Fantastic Four, number 277. This is right in the time when I was buying Fantastic Four off the shelf, off the rack in the LCS back in back in my childhood days. So great seeing these come through. That's another beat up one. These will go to the kids pile. Chances are. Oh, and look at that ad for the Star Comics, which I have a bunch of these. Let's see. I do have Garfield. I have Strawberry Shortcake. I've got definitely Ewoks. And I don't know. I've got a bunch of them, but that's kind of a cool thing to see on there. The Marvel Star Comics experiment. Let's see what I'm missing. I don't want to miss a lot. I got Surly Tim. Great seeing you, Tim. We've got Mr. White Gloves, Splash Page. He was also in the Heroes to Icons live stream a few nights ago. If you're subbed to Heroes to Icon, you can go back and you can watch that. It was really fun. He showed off some of his artwork. Just love seeing that. Nice to see you, Splash. Hopefully you are doing well. And let's see. Oh, I had all those hologram Spider-Mans when they came out. Long gone, unfortunately. Those things come around. I see a lot of them, and I have a lot of them. But I don't get tired of them. You know, at the time it was cool, and then it kind of was not cool. But I think they're cool. So I like seeing them. This bag, and get rid of the bag. This is a section of Thor's. So we've got 404, which I was not collecting at the time these low 400s came out. I was already at this point, I think, off to college, And my money was going to nickel beer night at some point rather than comic books. But you know, looking back, I wish I didn't take that break. But you go through life and you don't make excuses for it. You move forward. This is number 403, the Enchantress and the Executioner. We've got number 399. Beautiful books, beautiful books, and these are readers. Almost all these are readers. So so you know these might end up in the kids pile. That's okay. Joe, who sold me this double stack of comics, we were talking all about it. He collects some other things, old car models and such. And he said, you know, it's great. I was explaining that some of these are gonna end up in my kids pile, and he said that's exactly right. They should be read, it's just that's what they're for. You know, is certain are collectible in nature, but the rest of them get them in the hands of a kid as long as the subject matter is appropriate. This is a really cool one, 438, the Thor War, part 1 of 4. Okay, so really, really happy with that. That is a beautiful cover. Okay, so there we go. We've got 443. And we've got, let's see what we have here. This is 442. Okay. And so let's see our order here. Yeah, that one's really, really cool. Our Beta Ray split Thor there. And we've got 476. And I probably have a complete run of these. I'll have to go through the boxes and see. Some of these will fill holes, and the rest of them, like I say, will get passed along. And you know, the kids love when comics show up. So we've got 414. All right. And so those are, I think that was all the Thors that were in that packet. So Surly Tim says, at that time I was slapping diapers on my son, so the titles were thinning pretty hard. There you go. Absolutely. And then you say, William Smallwood. Nice to see you, William. Thank you for joining me. Heroes Icon said it was all because of you, Silver. Well, I don't think so. You got a great channel, man. I love the pace, and I love your whole attitude, and you have the talent. So I was happy to be riding that wave that day. That was a very, very fun show. So keep up the great work. And I did watch a little bit. He had Heroes had a haul thing yesterday, and I was watching and really more listening along to it when I was out in the woods running. Mostly I don't listen to music, but I was in the mood to hear about some comics. So I did listen along to that one. Let's see. And Surly Tim is talking about the Akron show, and we usually take those Thor issues to get signed. That's great, Tim. Okay, so then we have a couple copies of Stormwatch #1, and there's a copy of #2, and those are bagged unread, so that's really great. I don't know if Stormwatch is anything to collect, but happy to have those. Let's see, I'd like to get my Thor 411 and 12 signed. There you go, Linkovich. This one's exciting. In ASM, this is in a poly bag, so it wasn't opened. It says there's a trading card inside, and that's annual number 27 from 1993, and it is in perfect shape. That is a square bound. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, but that one I was really excited to see. Speaking of holofoils, this one is number 375, and that one is in great shape. Does not look like it was read. I don't see any spine ticks on it. So we love seeing that. The old holofoil beauties right there. And then this one of my sons already has his name on it. Web of Spider-Man 100. And this one is a reader. It's got a big spine color breaking crease here, and it's got ticks all the way down. So that's just a perfect one to pass along. There's really no value to this as a collector. It is a perfect reader copy, and my son will put that in a bag and a board in his comic binder, and to him, that'll be a great treasure. So he's going to love that. I'm going to separate that one off right there. We were talking yesterday, my son Andrew and I, we were talking about the death of Superman. So here we've got number 499, Funeral for a Friend. Okay, The Adventures of Superman. And he was talking about how this is the statue that they used in the Super Son series. They were doing some battles. So kind of cool how things come around. So we've got that one will go in the kids pile. It needs a press, but it's not worth pressing. That'll be fun for him to read. Then we have a Superman number 75, Death of Superman. I don't know how many of these I have. I might have 30 of them for all I know, but nice one, just adding it in. Again, my total investment in this stack is $17, so you cannot lose on that. We've got two of these. Okay, Back from the Dead, question mark. We've got two of the bagged. And I never know what to do. I don't take these out. I generally leave them in the bags. Over time, that's probably a bad idea. But that's how I leave them. And I probably got 40 or 50 of them. It seems like every collection I buy, there's a few of them in there. So we've got a couple of those. Those will pass on to the kids probably someday. Linkovich says, I remember that one too. Too bad the armor got frozen and broken pretty easily. There you are. Yep. We've got a Warlord, number 26. Again, pretty spine beat. We've got a Batman, number 663. That one's pretty beat. Okay. This reminds me of the scene from First Blood where he's going through and he's got the rats all over him in that cave. You know, Stallone is trying to get out of that cave. And that's a reader, so I'm just going to put that one straight to the reader pile. And then we had, I'm going to call this the Metarog Special, and maybe I would even include Bad Avenger in there, who I know is a big fan of one segment of Master of Kung Fu. But we've got Master of Kung Fu, that's number 76. These are all pretty heavy readers, so these are going to go to the kids to enjoy. We've got number 78 right there. We've got, this is number 87. Hopefully these are real visible. If I need to get these closer to the screen, someone shout it out. Oh, I want to add my COPA warning. Sorry if I just startled anyone. No shirt, no shoes, no dice, no kiddos, right? From Silver Age Dave. If you're not 18, come back later. You're important if you're 18 and above. That's what the channel's for. We'll put the COPA warning right there. And thank you guys for being in here. It looks like I got 22 people. Really appreciate it. I don't think I've done a Saturday live stream, but this is certainly, I got to pick up the pace a little. Master Kung Fu number 84. We've got, this one is bagged and boarded. That's in pretty good shape. That's number 71. Cool yin yang cover there. We've got number 73. Also in pretty nice shape. Live from the Copacabana. Yeah, I love the Barry Manilow. It's actually a running song for me. I had a playlist I used to run to, and the beat of Copacabana is just absolutely terrific for running. Gets you moving pretty fast. You wouldn't think of that as a running song, but man, it sure is one. So this is Untold Legend of the Batman number 2. And then we've got the Max number 3. And that, my friends, is where I'm going to say it starts getting a little more exciting. So we're down to a few comics that were in that sack. Oh, this Master Kung Fu I didn't show. Let me take it out of the bag. This is number 83, which I just like that cover. I think is really, really cool. So I'm going to put that here on the stack. And then this is the last few. This is really what I bought. All the rest of these I picture as the free ones. These are the ones that I actually purchased for the $17, right? So we've got Hulk number 215. Great cover and art. Beautiful condition on this one. Nice 30-cent issue. We've got 217. Okay, Circus of the Lost Souls. That is a beautiful, beautiful comic, and it's in nice condition. So happy to see that one. We've got Spider-Man Annual number 9. Looks like it is still polybagged. It's in great shape. Okay, so corners look nice on it. Yeah, I wish there was about 25 Hulks in there, and I wish 180 and 182 was in there, and 141, and we could probably name them all off. But yeah, that was, you take what you can, and really, this whole stack came because I was leaving a garage sale, and I simply asked, "You got any comics?" And he didn't. They were in his house in the basement. He had to go in there. It took him about 5 minutes to find them and brought them out. This shouldn't have happened. And he ended up making a few bucks. I ended up getting a big smile on my face. So we have Ice Blaze 3K. How you doing, my man? Yeah, the Copacabana. Come on, Dave. You're kidding me, says James Higgins. Absolutely. Great. Try running to it. It's beautiful. The beat is fast. The story is great. It's like listening to Leroy Brown, baddest man in the town. It's like that song. The beat and the story is just perfect. Takes your mind off the running. Okay, so then this is really cool. Really happy with this section. This is Superman number 267. Great cover. I love these 20 centers with this awesome type of I was a Dungeons and Dragons player, and anytime I get covers like this, I love them. Right? Takes me back. So we've got that. We've got Superman number 273. Okay. Look at that. He's getting chased out of town. That's not right. The wizard with the golden eye is the new superhero, and forget about Superman. Isn't that a shame? I don't like that at all. But we know it has a happy ending. Then we've got this fire-breathing lizard dragon here, and we've got the Viking from Valhalla. This is number 270. Another great cover. Just love seeing it. We've got Superman number 274. Beautiful find, right? So 17 bucks. Now we are talking. Now we're seeing the big plus of this pickup. And here we've got Action Comics number 467. Okay, Stop It, Superman. You're wrecking the world. And I can't remember how that story works out. I will be looking forward to reading that. We've got some color breaking creases over here. We've got a couple spine ticks. Looks like it might be a little faded. I can't really tell on this cover, but happy to have it. So that is $17 worth of, if you don't ask, you won't have any success. Okay, so Silver Age Dave, tip of the day. If you go to a garage sale, you don't see any comics, you got to ask. And you might run into this stuff. Alan Garrett and I were chatting about that because it doesn't happen that often, but it happens more often if you ask. Okay, so there we go. Now it's going to get more exciting. Okay, so thank you so much. 26 people in here. I'm going to put these off on the side. I'm going to put them actually back into the gym shoe box here. The Hoka shoes. All right. Now, in one book that was in there that I didn't talk about, I think it's called The Dark Book, and it's a wizard book. You can pick them up cheap on eBay. There's like 100 of them listed. It was the top 100 villains of all time. And I ended up giving that book to my son Andrew, so I don't have it here to show. But it had this great poster, which I did tear out. I'm going to frame this. This is the top 100 villains of all time. And this book was put out in 1994. So there's, I think it was 94 when this was put out. So you're not going to see Nolan here, but it's a really, really cool poster. And I can't wait to frame it. And I'll have it hanging up. And I don't know. I did this the other day. I found this poster that I bought at some point in the past, and I thought I'm going to put that in a frame, and I think it looks really cool. My theory is any comic book that has a vampire on it or Frankenstein is automatically a more valuable comic book, and this was the Batman and Dracula Red Rain series. So that was promotional advertising for that. And but now I'm thinking how beautiful this poster would look. I got to get a little bigger poster frame, but that's going to look awesome. I can't wait to hang that up. And when my son Andrew's done with the book, then I'm going to take it and I'm going to get like a big magnifying glass and read it because the printing's so small. I can't really read it yet, but that's a pretty cool poster. So we have that. I'm going to fly through this next section. So this guy, Joe, called me yesterday and said, hey, I got all these comics. And I said, well, what do you got? He said, I got a little bit of everything. Archie and some superheroes and some war. And I said, that's great. Sounds like just what I love. My favorite call to get, frankly, is when it's a random box of comics. And I was expecting newer stuff. I get a lot of that. And I was really happy. The guy was so cool. In my video I did the other day, I talked about my question to the community. By the way, thank you to so many people. Slim Comics, I know a lot of you guys have answered that, and I'm slowly responding to all of them. But you know, as I'm starting to sell a little bit of comics, it's really hard for me to separate with comics, but I'm meeting some really cool collectors that are really where I was 25 years ago. And I'm taking it as a net win that I'm a little brokenhearted when a comic leaves the comic room, but I know where they're going. I'm not selling them to dealers or flippers. I'm selling them to guys that have a passion for the hobby, and I'm pricing it so that it's a win for them. I'm doing okay on it, no complaints, but I know where the books are going. So thank you for answering the question. So many of you have done. I really, really appreciate it. Oh, and I want to do a special thank you. Jim from Northern Indiana emailed me a picture of a really cool Bible stories compilation. Okay, so if you ever want to send me a picture just privately, you don't want to do it in the chat or you don't want to do it in the comments, Silver Age Dave with 2 D's in Silver Age Dave at gmail.com. Feel free to email me, and I'm not fast to always respond, but I always try to respond to those. So now it's getting exciting, and you're just in time if you're just getting here. My eyes are so bad that I can't even read my iPhone really well. That's where I'm following the chat, but it looks like TNT Lad just joined us. Vincent McLean, the Comic Machine. What's up, man? Nice to see you. Splash Page says he has hundreds of Marvel posters. I am in process of Mylar bagging to put up. They're tons of fun to collect. Absolutely, Splash. They're beautiful to see. Sleepy Reader. Giant fan of Sleepy Reader. Great YouTube channel. If you're looking for great, clean content, Splash Page and Sleepy Reader, you know, that's just good, clean fun for the whole family. I absolutely love your videos. Thank you so much. He loves collecting, Sleepy Reader loves collecting comic posters, but not enough wall space. Amen. That's the thing. Ice Blaze loves the Wizard stuff. They were boss. You are correct. Oh, Surly Tim has that Villains book. Great reference material and a cool cover, by the way, with Carnage on there. Very, very cool. And it looks like, looks like Tim DMs for D&D. How about that? So you currently play. That is awesome to hear. And I think I caught up. Jim Higgins says, we were talking about Copacabana being on my running list, and he said if I was listening to that song when I was running, I would run into traffic. But you would outrun the cars because you would be going so fast, and you'd be in a great mood. So give it a try. That is a great one. So again, hopefully I'm all caught up here. I don't ever want to miss out on anything. So let's go. I'm going to go really fast on this and try not to keep you all day. So some of these things are just beat. They're going to go to the kids, and they're going to be fun readers. We got a Betty and Veronica, number 208. We've got a reprinting Classics Illustrated Moby Dick, which is a great one. This is number 5. It's got a reprint number 158 on it. So certainly nowhere near first printing, but that's okay. Great story to read. Betty and Me, 12 center. Beat to Heck Reader, number 17. It's going to get good, so stay with me just a little bit, guys. If you're busy, you'll say, I'm glad I stuck with them. So we've got Wacky Adventures of Cracky, okay, which is neat. It's a reader, happy to have it. Sad Sack Sarge, reader, happy to have it. Giant 52-page issue, okay, that's number 95. We have Reggie's Wise Guy. And Reggie is spelled the wrong way, by the way, because we know from our good friend Reggie in the comic community, there should only be one G in there. Okay, they got it wrong on this. We've got number 22, Giant Series, Jokes, Wise Guy Jokes, Archie's Madhouse. I am flying through these because this is the stuff that a lot of us love, but maybe isn't exciting like the stuff down here. We've got Jughead, number 148. Okay, that's how he's staying cool. These are fun to read. He's looking at a picture of shoveling snow and he's staying cool. That's really good. We've got Reggie and Me, number 36. We've got Archie at Riverdale High, number 5. Beautiful. Love having these. We've got Winnie the Pooh. It's a Whitman, and I don't know, maybe number 33. Okay, 60 center. Let me see here. And let me catch up. Splash. Keep an eye out for the poster display racks when stores close. You can get them cheap. Yeah, absolutely. I've thought about buying one of those. BTC Moon Guy. Again, my apology. My eyesight is not great, but you're digging the videos and passion. Thank you so much. I appreciate you spending time and watching. 29 people in here. Tim took a nap, but he's up with much coffee. Thank you so much. 245 Uncle Scrooge. We've got Huey, Dewey, and Louie. Great part of the childhood comics, on TV. Number 81. We've got Underdog. Have no fear. Underdog is here. I know I've got this issue. It's a great Whitman. These probably came in a 3-pack, if I remember correctly. This says 1975 on it. 25 center. Loved Underdog. Mostly my little sister loved Underdog, but you gotta love all that fun back then. So now we got some new comics that were in the stack. We've got Aquaman number 7. And what's funny about these is some of these might be worth something. Okay, a little time has gone by. Some of these might be worth something. I really don't know. But these are all $4 comic books that, $3, $4 comic books that are pretty cool. This is number 209 right here. And I do happen to have this issue, which we really can't see. It got buried, but that's number 204. That was a retailer variant that came my way quite a while ago. So this one's 209, kind of a cool cover. We've got number 8 from the New 52. We've got number 13. Okay, and these are perfect. These are bagged and boarded. I don't think anyone ever read these. There's number 14. We've got GP Venom is in here. Nice to see a 15 Superman from the New 52. We've got the Comet number 1. I like the off-brand stuff when it rolls in. The Comet Annual. All right, we've got Impact Winter Special, 64-pager number 1. We're going to get through this pack really quick. So much fun stuff to come. He had a whole bunch of Hawkman stuff. Number 9. There's number 3. That's a 75 center. Really nice shape. That was a mini series. That was a 4-part mini series there. Number 3, and there's number 4. And here is number 1. Okay, so pretty cool. When those miniseries, those 80s miniseries books always catch my eye. Here's number 10, Hawkman. We got number 11, Hawkman. We have number 4 of Dragonlance. Okay, talking about D&D TSR right there, right? I don't know if Gary Gygax was involved at all in the comic book stuff. That's $1.25 cover. It says June or January 1989. I don't know if I was still playing D&D at that point, but TSR certainly was big time then. They'd have the big conventions not far from my childhood home, but I never quite made it to one. That's Dragonlance number 5. Let's see. We've got, oh, Southern Comic Geek. Nice to see you, Southern Comic Geek. Whoa, on that 209 says Heroes. Yeah, that's pretty nice cover on there. I don't know if it's a big issue at all, but I appreciate the art. I don't think any comics are junk. I think there's some storylines I don't enjoy. There's some art I don't really get a big boost out of, but there's so many great things from all the different generations of comics. Superman 29. We got Adventures of Superman number 449. So this whole stack that we're going through now, these I've been through and all these, that's $60 worth. Okay, and this guy was so cool. He just he wanted the books to end up with someone who was passionate about them. And as I was going through them, he was commenting. He's like, Dave, you can't hide the gleam in your eye. So there's number 450. This is number 452. Really, really cool guy that he reached out and took the time to drive these over to me to meet me. There's Sleepwalker number 29. Yeah, absolutely, Surly Tim. He says Gary would have had to been on board with it because he was involved with everything TSR back then. Absolutely. We've got Kazar, number 11. What is this? Merlin Realm, 3D, it says. I don't feel 3D glasses in there, but I always keep, sorry about my arm. Look at that, I got tape or something on me. See that? Right on the back of my arm I saw. And my other tip I always tell, always have a tape block handy. That's just an empty tape roll, Scotch tape roll. And I just add tape to it. Now it's real big and always have a place to put tape. So I always keep extra 3D glasses handy for when I come across a 3D comic book. And that is one of them. So we'll put that over there on the stack. We got Simpsons comics. Number 5, that's a reader book. It's all torn up here. That's okay. This I was just looking at, Seduction of the Innocent, part 5 of 6. So they must have broke it up into comic form. That missed me. I didn't remember that. I was not collecting in the early 90s. So that one passed me by, but cool. I'm probably not going to search for the other 5 that I'm missing. Superman 26. More beer will enhance the 3D effect, says Patrick from the Luther Manning channel. Great member of the community. Thank you. Yes, beer helps. Beer helps a lot of things. This is Superman Annual number 1. This is from 1987. Okay, so this $60 stack, we're going quickly through a lot of these readers that are going to go to my kids. That's number 23. We've got, oh, there's the last of the Hawkman books, which we looked at earlier. That's number 2. So we do have all 4 of those. This one's in really nice shape. Does not look like it was read. So that goes in there. We've got Action Comics number 588. And what do we got on the back? Superboy number 20. Okay, so this was a mix of some new and some old. This is number 242, Gladstone Uncle Scrooge. Sometimes the Gladstone are worth a little bit more. This one won't be because it's spine ticked up pretty bad. And I think that's only one issue in there. Feels like a giant. Yep, Gladstone Giant. So we got that. I'm going to get put these kind of back here out of the way. And then I'm going to fly through this next section. And then we got some Alan Garrett specials coming up. Very exciting when we have those. We've got Mickey Mouse, okay, number 253. We've got Donald Duck Adventures, number 6. The kids are going to love all these. Literally all these books are going right to the kid pile. Okay, Mickey Mouse, number 219. We've got another Gladstone Giant, number 544. Oh, a golf cover. I think that's a golf cover. My friend Kevin collects golf covers. I'm sure he's got that, but I'll set that on the side just in case. If you don't have that, Kevin, that'll be waiting for you when you come visit next. We've got 249, Uncle Scrooge. And let's see. Oh, so James Hagan is a Hawkman nut. There you go. And beer doesn't help with 3D movies. Creature from the Black Lagoon was painful, LOL, says Tim. We've got number 255. And I'm moving quickly here, guys, because I'm so excited to move past this stack. That's 250. We've got number 252. Spooky cover for Halloween, right? We've got Casper, the Friendly Ghost, Harvey Classics, number 7. Another Casper in there with a Christmas tree cover, number 250. This is Casper, number 7. Okay. Then we've got, some people are Felix fans. This is Felix the Cat Big Book, number 1. This is, I don't know what year this is. It's a $1.95 cover price, so it's not anything too old. We've got Felix the Cat Collector's first big issue, number 1. All these number 1s in here. We've got number 3, and we've got number 4. So this is the part of the video where I'm going to move these out of the way, and we're going to slide this stack to the front of the way. So all of these that we've gone through so far, consider these to be the free ones. Okay, these are the ones that I didn't pay anything for, and that means that it's getting awesome. It's getting better. Mr. White Gloves out of here. Thank you so much, Mr. White Gloves. We are at the 47-minute mark, which I can't even believe. And if you're going to replay the video, this is where you would want to start watching. He had a couple magazines. As we know, Silver Edge Dave's a big MASH fan, so this is mush. But I'll rebag and board it. It's pretty beat, but it'll probably look okay if it's rebagged and boarded. And so we've got that one. Funny how things find you. He had this 1959 football yearbook, which I'm giving this to my son Gabe, who is a big football fan. Big Ten, Ohio, Mid-American. It's got all these different leagues, the Big 8, Southwest, Atlantic and Southern, West Coast, Skyline, Deep South, the pros. It talks about all this great stuff. And my son's probably going to love that. So it's a little beat up, but very, very readable. Joe said he read it already, and he's passing it along. He said, I'm not even selling you that. I'm just giving it to you. So happy to have that. Pretty cool when people are nice that way. So on with the show. I hope everyone's ready. Okay. So be ready. You might want to be sitting down. This is $60 worth. Just came in the door today. And just so very excited. So we start out, we've got Timmy the Timid Ghost, number 25, which I do not have. Anytime I see a comic that I do not have, I'm really, really excited about that. So we're going to put that Charlton over here. We've got Gunfighters, number 68, beautiful cover. And if I take these out of these old saran wrappy bags, they're probably going to look a lot better, but I'm not going to do that because that will waste a lot of time. I don't want to take a lot of time, but I'm going to do it with this one that I'm going to take it out of here for reference. Let me get rid of that because that's got tape on it. And I want to shout out Cosmic Ray Gun. I have it sitting off to the side of my grading desk. So let me do this. I'm going to put this into a Mylar. And look at that beauty. Much, much better. Okay? Much, much better. And that's what will happen with a lot of these. Now, Alan Garrett. This one is for you, my friend. We have Young Brides. March, April 1953. And this has writing on it. Some little girl was overcome with the imagination of this comic book and wrote right on there, but that's okay. I don't care that she wrote on there. But we've got a big kiss, and a little squiggly in there. True Love Secrets, right? I could write a book, and I probably wouldn't have any true love secrets except for it's hard work. If you're married, or if you're thinking of getting married, it is hard work. Don't ever think that that is going to make life easier. You know what? This comic book maybe belonged to my good friend Gomez. This might be the first appearance of Oh Boy Yeah. Look at that. That's how he always does it. He's missing a few eyes in there, but that might be the first Oh Boy Yeah. Right in there. 1953. Love having that. Really, really cool stuff. The colors are running a little bit. Someone colored in the lamp and the picture on there, but that's okay. I don't care. I'm happy to have that in the collection. We've got Love Confession number 35. These romancy things do not come along that often. I don't see them that often. That's a 10 center. Really, really happy to see it. And that one's in a little better condition. No writing that I can see on that issue. Then we've got Love Diary. Okay, and this one is a 10 pence, it says on there. 30 center, 10 pence. If you're watching for overseas, that's what it would have been. That's issue number 100. Okay, really cool. We've got Golden Magazine for boys and girls, over 1,000 jokes in here. And I'm one of those dads. I tell the bad dad jokes. I love them, and the kids love them, and they usually know, one's coming. They can usually tell when one's coming, but then they can't help themselves. They have to laugh. So when I find a joke book with 1,000 jokes in it, yes, I am going to tell a lot of these jokes later on down the road. And and some of these aren't politically correct necessarily anymore. All right, so this, I don't know what year this is from, but the joke said, oh, and I closed it, so I don't even know where it is. Oh, here you go. What are the 3 fastest ways to spread news? Telephone, telegraph, and tell a woman. Okay, you can't get away with stuff like that anymore, but it makes me chuckle. Okay, so there we go. The joke book. We have the Wild Wild West, right? Beautiful. Robert Conrad on there. Nice having it. We've got a little bit of a tear here with a flip, but I'll flip that back and that's fine. Now we have it in the collection. Great pinup on the back. Beautiful. Did you hear about the chameleon that could not change color? All right, I'm waiting. You got my attention, Patrick. I can accurately remember when we could buy stuff for 10 pence, said GP Venom. Yeah, absolutely. That's what makes him funny, said Heroes Daikon. Oh, he had a reptile dysfunction. Yeah, that's good. I like that. This one is really cool. Takes you back, the Harlem Globetrotters, which I know I do not have this issue, so I'll rebag and board that. That's a beautiful edition. Look at those guys. For those of us that were kids in the 70s, Harlem Globetrotters were a big part of childhood. Just very exciting. We've got some coverless in here. We've got Star Spangled War Stories number 105. And as a lot of you know, I am one of the guys, I love finding coverless comics. So I'll look forward to that. And these are double bagged. And on the back here, we have Adventure Comics number 287. Okay, so those will be 2 that I'll be reading pretty soon. We've got World's Finest Comics number 120, September 1961. I'm sure I have that comic. Now I've got a reader of it. And then we've got The Flash number 123. Very cool to add this one. We've got September 1961. Just Flash of Two Worlds. So nice, nice, nice to see that stuff. Just love seeing it. We've got the United States Marines. I don't know what issue it is. It's got maybe a missing page or two on the back, missing the cover. That's okay. And now we get into the really the stuff for 60 that I bought is right here. So thanks for sticking with me. Really, really appreciate it. We've got Star Spangled War Stories number 105. That one I'll take out. I'll adjust the cover a little bit, and that'll be beautiful. We got a tank, and he's fighting against a dinosaur, and it doesn't get better than that. We've got All American Men of War number 86. Beautiful. Texas Rangers in Action. A little bit of writing on the cover. That's okay. I don't mind. Happy to have it. We've got, another Alan Garrett special. This is Love Story. Our Love Story number 28, 25 center. This might be my only one of that title. Okay, I don't think I have any Our Love Story. So happy to see that one in there. We've got Metal Men, number 25. I know Metarog, a huge Metal Men fan. I don't think I have this issue, so I'm happy to add that to the collection. That looks like Alan. Maybe so. Maybe that is Alan Garrett on there. Hard to say. Love Alan Garrett. We've got number 27 JLA. Okay. One of the commenters to my question of the community video, he's working on a 1 to 300 JLA run. And I think that's great. He's refocused. I think he said his collection is a small fraction of what it used to be, but he's focusing his energy in a different direction, and that's great. So he's got his goal 1 to 300. This is number 27. And so just love the JLA covers. And I know Alex, the Comic Hoarder, is a big Flash fan and probably a DC guy, but Green Lantern, I know Thanatos used to be a big Green Lantern fan, and Alex Comic Hoarder ended up with a few of those books. So nice to see. We've got Doom Patrol number 103, and you might have noticed there's a few Go-Go Check covers in here. I love the Go-Go Checks covers. I think there were like 730 issues DC put out with the Go-Go Check cover. Might be a few more than that. And I only know one guy in the community, Ron, Dr. Silver Age, who was going for a complete run of the Go-Go Checks. I haven't seen him in a long time. I don't know where he was on that, but that is one hefty goal to try to do that. Oh, we got a couple of these Jugheads that found their way into this other stack. So there's number 205, 217, and then Sabrina, the Teenage Witch, number 7. Okay, so those should have been on the back stack. All right, cool comic. And as I was going through this, I was really hoping to find more of these, but this was the only one. This is Daredevil number 4 with, I think Daredevil number 6 was the last of the original suit, and then number 7 debuted the red suit. But great comic. Looks to be in great condition. Probably could benefit from a cleaning. Once I get it out of here and get it bagged and boarded, I think it's going to look beautiful. So there's number 4. Oh, we got another Globetrotters. Can't have too many Globetrotter comics. Love the Globetrotters. So we have that. We've got, what a great one in there. King Size number 9, 1973 with the Green Goblin on there. Goblin Lives. Beautiful one. You really don't find the old ASM stuff all that often. Another great one I liked seeing was Scooby-Doo. Okay. We have just a great Scooby-Doo. We've got a Napoleon ghost in there. Happy to see that. Scooby-Doo, another big part of my childhood. And then the back of that, of course, We've got the toy soldier lot on there. Some of the, yeah, this for 60 bucks, this is great. And the guy really, he just loved my passion for things, and it wasn't about the money anymore. He was just happy seeing him go to someone who loved him. So it's a big time. Like I said in the beginning of the video, it's a beautiful day when my Friday ends the way it did with the first stack of comics. My Saturday's going this way. Beautiful. The Legend of Lobo, right? Walt Disney 12 Center. Great to see that nice gold key. Oh, here's one. I think the other big fan, or the other guy, I talked about Great Legend earlier, another Popeye the Sailor Man fan. This is a gold key Popeye. Popeye the Sailor Sea Stories. And look at that cool cover. Okay, all of us in the early 70s, we lived Popeye. Just loved Popeye. All right, speaking of $60 comics. So this next one I was overjoyed to see. It's beat, okay? But it's a 10-cent Tales of Suspense number 22. And you just don't see these floating around, okay? These things, they just don't float around. All the years I've been to garage sales, I'm always praying for that giant-sized box of awesomeness. I never see early Tales of Suspense. And so when I flipped and this one happened to be in there, there's no way that I could be happier. That is just my kind of cover. Someone earlier mentioned when you find dinosaurs on the cover, how awesome that is. Well, this is my kind of thing. That's exactly what I want to see in there. I don't know what this goes for in real life, but I'm guessing it's up there. Happy to add that to the collection. That'll be in a beautiful Mylar by the end of the day. We've got the Atom number 22, Bat Knights of Darkness, it says here. And it's a great cover, a little bit probably miscut at the top. That's okay. Got some spine ticks down the side. That's okay. That is just really cool to have. And, you know, not necessarily a CGC worthy, but beautiful to add to the collection. Like I said, there's some really neat stuff in here for 60 bucks. Just so overjoyed. This is Sea Devils number 7. What a cover. What a cover. My friend Ron Hensley he's a retired Navy deep sea diver, and this isn't deep sea diver wear, but any diving cover is a cool cover. I'm a scuba diver, and just overjoyed when I see those. And they've got the Revolutionary War soldiers on the back, and I don't have a set of Revolutionary War soldiers. That might be something I look for in the future. I had the flats, I had the Roman soldiers, didn't ever have the Revolutionary War soldiers, but maybe something will find me. We'll see. We've got Man Cave Comics in here. Nice to see you, Man Cave. Thank you so much. We're getting to the end of a $60 stack of comics I bought just this morning. This one's great. I love this one. This is Superman 156. I actually have a video I've been wanting to do for a long time. And I know I have a few copies of this one. They're in better shape, but I will never be sad to see one roll in. The video I'm going to do soon is going to be talking about the pets, which was a big part of DC Comics, and I think Marvel even a little bit back in this time genre. There was a time where everybody, you know, ended up with a super pet, and I think it's just a cool part of comic history. So we'll talk about that. Another great one I was really happy to see. This is Tales of the Unexpected number 73. Really cool Android robot cover. And I can't remember, frankly, if I was hunting for this or if this is something I had and I was researching, but I think it is a underappreciated issue, and And again, just very, very neat to have this one. So great one right there. The next one, can't say enough how happy I was to see this. September, this is number 131. We've got Flash, and we've got Green Lantern on there. Captives of the Cosmic Ray. I'm pretty certain I have a copy of this that's a lot nicer, but again, some of this stuff in this condition, I'm showing you these in bags that are just not good. These are maybe food bags of some sort from back in the day. They are not doing justice on these books, but these things properly taken care of, properly bagged, they are just going to shine. They are just going to be so pretty, and they are going to make me so happy. I might, when I finish bagging and boarding these, I might end up doing a video, maybe putting them here on the wall and doing a video where we can actually, let me grab a board to put behind here. This one has a cool ad on the back for the early generation toy soldiers. Let me just show you what we're talking about here, guys, because you know what I'm talking about, but we are the people that love comics, and I've got one little corner on here. I'm going to have to put this in the humidifier and straighten it out just a little, but that's okay. Whoop, sorry about that. My big knee hit the table. Look at that. Okay, we know this is not a high-grade comic book, but you put everything in Mylar, it's an 8.0, right? So whatever this is, it's probably a 3, but that's okay. Now it looks like it's a 4 or a 5. Hard to say. Just beautiful. Really, really appreciate Joe taking the time and find me and reach out to me. This is Blackhawk number 189. Blackhawk, again, one of the big heroes that doesn't get much love. Blackhawk was a huge hero back in the day, and you just don't hear anything about Blackhawk. So we have that. We've got Men at War, number 115. We're getting down to it, guys. Another great Go-Go Check cover from DC back in the, pop culture. I forget the exact name for this, but the pop culture era where they really wanted their books to stand out. What they should have done was better stories, and they would have stood out. But they didn't do that. Instead, they put Go-Go Checks at the top and kind of tanked their company a little bit. We've got our Army at War number 135. This one is beat. Great yellow cover and beat to death. So I don't know if you'd even clean something like that or just put it in, new bag and board and hope for the best. But really, really cool one right there. You have 15 on the bottom, I bet. Oh, Matt, I've not given up on the day when some of that stuff shows up. Put it in Mylar. It's an 8.0, says double A. Nice to see you, double A Comics. Thank you so much. Let's see. Yeah, Sleepy Reader, you are right on the money. DC thought they were the much better company, so the writing better stories just never crossed their mind. Yeah, when that's the thing about life. It really, in anything you do, if you become complacent, you're going to drop a few notches. It's just how life is. We've got Our Army at War number 123, which, again, overjoyed. I love collecting this stuff, and I love even more when it finds me in this natural way. It just makes my day so good. Today I'm going for a long walk with the family. I'm going to finish up some yard work, and for now though, just living the dream. Just living the dream. Our Army at War number 146. Okay, cool. Breaking through the ice, and I don't know. It looks like that tank's on the ice, but I don't think it is. That is really, really neat stuff right there. Who did those covers? Kubert, question mark, says Heroes to Icons. I don't know. I wouldn't doubt it. Oh, yeah. Hey, good eye. Joe Kubert right there. Yep. And I don't know what the run was where Kubert was doing these. I don't know the era, but they are just beautiful, just absolutely beautiful. Oh, okay, another cool one, Judo Master. I don't know what it is about Judo Master, but I love finding Judo Master. And it seems like when I find an old collection, there's usually going to be one. And this was the issue that was in this particular collection. Joe told me some of the comics were family comics, but his older brother, who's now deceased, was a big time collector back in the 50s and 60s, and he had a huge collection, and they were read. The whole family, the brothers and sisters, all read this one brother's comics, but they had a house fire and everything burned down. And they said it was the worst part of the house fire. No one was hurt, but when that comic collection burned up, everyone felt it because they knew how much comics meant to the brother and to the rest of the family. So really lucky the comics that did survive and that found their way here. I have a deep appreciation for that. This is a great one. Teen Titans number 3. Look at that. And this one's in really nice shape. Okay, mid-grade, but still really, really nice shape. Look at that beautiful cover. We got a hot rod on there. Ding Dong's Beach Bomb. Okay, this is just really great. These mopeds, I forget what they're called. You'll see those every now and then on pickers, where they're trying to revitalize one of those. What a beautiful book. Okay, go check Teen Titans number 3. Okay, featuring Robin, Wonder Girl, Kid Flash, and Aqualad. Beautiful. Just overjoyed to have that. And then on the back, you got the Aurora model kits advertisement. I forget. Gosh, why is the name escaping me right now? Darn it. I love watching his videos, but he has some of these Aurora Tommies. And, oh, gosh, I can't think of the name. Another great YouTuber, great videos. Hey, Tacoma, nice to see you in here. Thank you so much for joining me and my good friend, Hello College Jason 198. This is a gift. The other night we were hanging out at Flotsam Comics, and this is a gift. I have it right here on the grading desk. Jason found this at a garage sale and gifted me this comic, which I'll tell you, there's no comic that'll make you cry faster than the true story of Smokey. And there were a couple other ones he said were in here, a couple coverless. These, Jason, thank you so much. I was keeping this for when you would show up. Looks like a Cold Bud and a Silver video on a Saturday. Name a better combo. See, there you go. Even Batman and Robin can't compete with that. I'm going to have a Bud Light pretty soon. So Smokey Bear, just a great, great story. Read it to the kids. There's Smokey, and here they are cutting his little Smokey the Bear bandages off. It's just a lovely story and a true story, okay, how they found him. And thank you, Jason, for that. So back to the haul, though, because I got just a couple books left. So we saw this Teen Titans number 3. Great. Then we have another Blackhawk, number 165. Love having that. Only you. That's a lot of pressure. I'm the only one, apparently. So, yeah, Vespa. Matt, that's exactly what I was thinking of. Vespas. That's what I thought. Thank you, Matt, for that. And Tim, you had it. Vespas. Perfect. And then this is Blackhawk number 163 with the pharaohs on there. Okay, giants from the ancient world. And in pretty nice shape. It's got the great Daisy ad on the back. And then the last comic in here for 60 bucks is Action Comics number 292. And I love it. Okay, he's putting the bald Luthor into this little thing here. And a lot of people know Lex Luthor as the bald-headed Lex Luthor, but of course, starting in Action Comics number 23, that was the first appearance of Lex Luthor. He had red hair, and I don't have that issue. That's probably my big grail comic, is Action 23. But here is a Superman gum card Okay, this is from 1940, and that has the original Lex Luthor on it with the red hair. So hopefully you can see that. Anytime I'm thinking of who is the greatest villain of all time, I automatically go past the Joker and I go right to Lex Luthor, who I just think is the guy. And I know I would lose that argument probably 100 times out of 100 times if we really got serious about it. But there's just something about Lex Luthor that I love. I love the character and I love the portrayal. And as a kid, watching the Superman movie, the real Superman movie with Christopher Reeves, that is exactly, what was it, Gene Hackman maybe? That's exactly the Lex Luthor that I know and love. So there we go. I got off on a tangent, but guys, that's it for today. I spent $77. I spent 75 minutes showing you what I got, and I think a couple comics in here. If you went into an LCS, you could probably pick any 5 of these and spend $77. So I'm chalking it up as a big win today. I really appreciate you guys spending a little bit of time with me. Thank you so much. Warlord is in here. Hello, Warlord. We could have used some fire prevention lately. You know what I'm working on in my yard, Sleepy Reader, and I'm going back to, I've got some pine trees. I'm trimming them up. I'm getting rid of all the dead stuff. I'm raking underneath them and cleaning them up. That, I think, is fire prevention number 101. You just have to take care of that stuff. Cutting down a tree is not bad if you're extending the life of the tree or the region. So right now, Oak Openings, where I do a lot of running, they're doing a lot of deforesting. They're putting in big cuts, and I hate seeing it. I love running through those old pine trees, but those old pine trees are falling down, and they're either going to hurt someone or they're going to cause a bigger issue down the road. So that's what I'm working on at my house, is trimming those things up. It's a lot of work, but then it looks great afterwards. And so my day is going to end up with some cold Bud Lights and some better looking trees. And I am wishing you the very, very best in everything you do. Today is the best day ever, okay? Every day I wake up, and I don't care what the news says. I don't care what anyone else says. Every day my eyes open up, and I think to myself, gotta get to my coffee pot, and today's going to be the best day ever. So I hope your day is going to be the best day ever also. And the only thing better than today is tomorrow. So make it awesome. Put a smile on your face. Get outside in the fresh air, and know that I'm thinking of you. You guys are important to me, and that's the best thing I can tell you is someone's thinking about you. Okay, so that's it, guys. Thank you so much. Comics with Bionics. Nice to see you, buddy. You caught the end. Great seeing you. Dave, you have a great collection. Can people send you a couple things they're looking for? Absolutely. I've had people reach out to me. I know I'm kind of signing off, but I'll do this at the end. silveragedave@gmail.com. I haven't been doing shipping comics, but maybe one day I'll get to that. The local collectors, I get to spend time with them and get to know them. But if you've got things that might be sitting in here that would be appreciated at your place, feel free to send me an email, and we'll talk about it. So thank you, Sleepy Reader. So appreciate it. Double A, Linkovich. Always love seeing you in here. I really appreciate you. Bionics, thanks for joining us. And Heroes Diacons, great channel, great guy. Matt, Tim. I'm not going to name everyone off, but I can't say enough how much the community means to me. It really is. I was watching the Hero and the Kid the other day, and for anyone who follows that channel, Will the Beast had some issues, maybe, and the thing is, life is tough. I wouldn't want to go back to being, 10 years old or 20 years old or 30 years old. Life is hard. Every stage of life brings its challenges. But as a comic book guy, some of you older people in the community know what I'm talking about. we were pretty solitary creatures generally, back then. D&D brought a lot of us together, but before D&D, it was really you're kind of just off on your own. And so if Wildebeest happens to watch this video, you're a great guy. You're a great kid. Your dad and you have a great show, and life gets better. Okay, whatever. If you have a friend who doesn't want to sit with you, that's okay. No harm done. Move on. There's a better friend waiting around the corner. That's what this community does. This community puts us in a position where we're spending time with people who see things like minds and like thoughts. And so just know that we're all part of a big, cool hobby, and we all have something to contribute. Sometimes it's just watching a video. Some people watch these on TV, can't comment, can't subscribe, but you know what? It's a view and it's a click, and it's important. I know you guys are out there. Wildebeest people are out there who enjoy what you're doing. Keep it clean and keep doing what you're doing. So, guys, there you go. Long sign out today. Thanks, guys. Silver Age Dave is out.